All right, Brendan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with my man, Pete Dobson. How you doing, Pete?
It's good.
Yeah, really good, man. I got to see you put in some work today. You did some rounds with Rob Durant Jr.
Yeah. Small with a legend's son. That's what's up,
Yeah, how was it in there with him today?
It was good, you know. I got a little tweak in my neck, but other than that, everything is good.
Yeah.
I've been having this for this whole training camp. My neck is messed up. But other than that, everything's good, man. You know, you never go into a fight 100%. Always got some shit wrong.
I'm glad you said it, because a lot of times people don't understand that. They think, you know, because I hear some people say, oh, well, he didn't go into the fight 100%. And I'm like, no fighter goes into it 100%.
Yeah. They want to talk about it after, but fuck it, bro. Once you if you decide to get into the ring, it's your fault. Feel me?
You know, boxing's wear and tear on the body.
Yep.
Yeah. So like with you, man, like you've been, I wanted to pick your, just let people know about who you are, man, because you are a very talented fighter. You're a very talented welterweight, on the rise. You know, tell people about who you've been in camp with, like in the past.
I've been in camp with so many fighters, like I can't even remember.
You know, like Jerron Ennis is one of them.
Yeah, Jerron Ennis. I sparred him for my last fight. He got me sharp. Great work. The last person I was in camp with was Crawford. I've been in like a couple camps with Eric Lula. You know, that's my bro. You know, from Orlando. And I train with Edgar, Belanga, and all of them. Those is my stable mates. So I'm always in camp, man. I just feel like before I didn't take boxing as serious, so a lot of opportunities that I did get, I missed. But now, right now, I'm not missing any opportunities. I'm taking full advantage of everything. And by next year, I should be on the map. You should hear my name a lot, Pistol Pete, a lot in the boxing world. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So like you mentioned Crawford and Ennis, and like I just saw you spar. So like I could see you doing pretty good against them, and I know it's just sparring, but like a sparring session, like how do you feel your skills translate against those top guys in the welterweight division?
I mean, every time I spar those top guys, I just get better and better and better. Like it's like basically like you see where your level's at, and you need to see where you need to be at. Like one thing I love and I learned about Crawford, he's always on weight. He's always in camp. A month before the fight, he was 155. That's basically fucking 8 pounds away from 47. So it's like I learned a lot. I learned not just skill-wise. I learned about like how to be a champion, what it takes to be a champion. You gotta be disciplined. Like these guys ain't just. I don't know Errol Spence, but like from what I see, like with Jerron and Terence and Erickson, they in the gym all the time, all year round, always in shape, always on weight, you know?
Yeah.
So I just take that and try to mimic that shit.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't been fighting actively, but I stay in the gym all year round, stay ready, spar with the best, you know, just stay sharp, keep trying to get better.
You gotta live like you meant. Those guys live the life. So like you're in the process of like just living the life of a fighter consistently, right? Like
yeah. Living like everything you do is boxing. Trying to make history, trying to be in the Hall of Fame, not just trying to tell people I'm a boxer or a professional boxer. Now we really put that work in, and most people won't even understand what it takes to be a good boxer. Like people think boxing is just fighting. Like to be good in boxing, you gotta sacrifice a lot. You gotta put in a lot of pain. Like I look at Jake Paul and them. If they really, from what I hear from their camps, they really put in the pain. They really put in the work. So hats off to them. If they really put in the pain, we're gonna see. Because one day they're gonna have to fight a real fighter. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Fight every fighter fights bums when they first turn pro anyway, so
yeah.
This boxing shit is tough.
No, it is tough. I mean, I never competed or anything like that, but I've been in this exact ring here, and I did my rounds, so like I have a small understanding of what you guys go through.
Yeah. Shit is fun though.
It's really fun.
It's fun until you start getting your ass whipped. You feel me?
Then you say, man, fuck this shit, I'm out.
So, like I tell people, a lot of people tried boxing, but they used to get beat up, so they don't do it no more. Like, feel me?
Yeah.
So other than that, yeah, man. I'm just trying to get my name out there this year. Hopefully, get signed to a top promotion, at a couple big fights.
Absolutely, man. So like, take me back to the beginning, man. Like, why did you decide to pick up the gloves? Like, why did you want to box as a kid?
Shit, if anybody knows me, growing up in the Bronx, I averaged like a fight or I smacked somebody every other day. Like I got into an argument, so like my mom put me in the boxing gym. Like, I wanted to go to the boxing gym, but like she saw that it stopped me from like getting in trouble in the streets. She saw like boxing was like an outlet. Like, I'll come home tired and I wouldn't get in trouble outside anymore. So she like always pushed me to keep boxing. Like, to go to the gym was my choice, but like I would have quit a long time ago if it wasn't for my mom. I actually went to the gym for the summer when I was 14, and then I stopped. Like, once school started, I stopped. And I didn't go back till I was 16, but for those 2 years, my mom just kept begging me, like, please go back to the boxing gym, go back to the boxing gym. And then when I went, like, I was sparring guys older than me, and I was good at it, like, from the beginning. Anything anybody had over me, it was just experience. So I was like, yo, I feel like I could be great at this if I just get more experience. So I just kept grinding.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see, like I was telling you earlier, like when you were in the ring with Duran, like you're real confident in there. You understand your punching distance, your range, you know, and those things come with experience.
Yeah. A lot of people don't. They think that I'm just a come forward fighter, and they don't know until they get in the ring with me, and then they see the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm actually a very intelligent fighter. I feel like that's my biggest asset. You know what I mean? I get in there, like, a guy could be faster, stronger than me. I'm gonna find a way to get on their level because I'm so smart in the ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boxing is, like I say, this shit is chess. Like, and that's the thing about the good fighters. They always switching it up. When you sparring against a good fighter, you know they're good because they'll come at you with one thing and you switch your shit up, and then they switch their shit up, and it's like just
they adjust to your adjustments.
Everybody's making adjustments, throughout the whole sparring, and you're like, oh, see some feints, you're like, oh damn, that was a good ass feint, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Start doing different shit because a lot of guys who get in the ring, they're supposed to be supposedly top fighters, and they're just throwing the same punch every time. And you're like, bro, you just threw that at me 10 times. You think that shit's gonna land?
Yeah,
bro. It's all about being smart in there.
Well, one thing I learned from being around the boxing game for a couple of years is, you know, a lot of times these guys you see on TV, they just match really well, you know, and they avoid certain styles because those styles, even if they win, can make them look bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's true. Everybody got a style they don't like, but I think when you get to that top level, is like, it's not, you really can't do that as much. Like, guys on Alex Spence, Terence, Crawford, they fighting world champions, so it's like they're not really picking the styles. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's more about like business. I don't know. I feel like they fight all types of styles when you get to that top level.
Yeah.
But when you're coming up in the rankings, the matchmakers try to make you look good. You feel me?
I feel you.
Yeah. But you can't be great fighting like that. Like, even Floyd Mayweather, like, he proved himself. Like, before he started picking his matches and shit like that, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, like, if you watch those fights, like, it's a whole different fighter. Like, he was fucking guys up. Like, beating the shit out of them.
I mean, like, one of my favorite fights is when he fought the African Philip Ndu, and he hit him with like 4 straight right hands, bang, 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 just quick.
Yeah, he was all his. I think, what was it, 135? He was fighting like 135.
Yeah, 130.
135. He was teeing off on dudes. Even when he fought Arturo Gatti, he beat the shit out of Arturo Gatti. God rest his soul, though. R.I.P.
Yeah. Diego Corrales as well.
Diego Corrales, rest in peace to him too. But he beat both of them. And he wasn't running. He was standing there banging with them like he was boxing, but he was letting his hands go. You feel me?
Yeah. And like, thing is too, like, the reason he became Money Mayweather was because the hands. He had hand problems.
Yeah. Also, because boxing is an unforgiving sport, man. He put so much into this shit. You take one loss, everybody switches up on you, and they like, it's like you one day you the boogeyman, the next day everybody's like, yo, he sucks.
Yeah.
But like last year, everybody was like, yo, he's the greatest thing ever. Take one loss. Look at Lomachenko, bro.
That's his guy.
Lomachenko lost to Teofimo by a split. To me, that was a split decision. Like, Teofimo definitely won because Lomachenko didn't do shit the whole beginning of the fight. But it wasn't like Teofimo beat the shit out of Lomachenko. Everybody talks about it like, did you see what he did to Lomachenko? He just beat him. He didn't like dominate him and beat him up so bad. Like, it was a close fight, but that's how fans are. You take a loss, now you're a bum. Like, oh, you got destroyed by Teofimo, but Teofimo didn't really even beat him up that bad.
Same thing with Anthony Joshua. You know,
Yeah.
when Anthony Joshua lost to Ruiz, before that he was the man. He could do no wrong.
Deontay Wilder too.
Yeah.
Everybody was on Triple G.
Cholatito Gonzalez.
Yeah, all fighters, bro. So then you look at a guy like Mayweather who's like, yo, look, I'm smart. I'm gonna make my money and I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm not gonna listen to the fans because if I lose, those same fans is gonna turn on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're fair weather fans, and in this boxing shit, all you really got is your family and your friends that you like close with, man. Because I seen it. One of my close friends is Erickson Lubin, and I seen it. Like, even though he didn't really lose friends, but like before his name, everybody was talking Erickson. And then now he got a chip on his shoulder. He feel like he got to prove himself and get back up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I remember that when he fought Charlo, and Charlo just iced him.
Yeah, I feel like boxing wasn't the same back in the day. Like, back in the day, you lose, you come right back, you fight. That's why they fought more actively, because it's like they weren't so scared to lose because they know their career wouldn't be over if they took a loss. Like, nowadays, if you take a loss, your career, like, people try to end your career. Like, nobody wants to see you fight. You feel me?
Well, it's the social media era now. Everything, perception is reality. So it's like, if you lose, then you ain't shit. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that way. I'm not like that. If a fighter loses and has 5 losses, I'm not gonna say he's a bum. There's guys with 5 losses, 6 losses that are better than undefeated fighters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Like, and if you look at all the great champions, they all got losses. All the greatest fighters: Roberto Duran, Muhammad Ali,
Holyfield got 10 losses.
Yeah, and what's his name? Joe Louis.
So yeah.
Joe Louis got knocked out his first world title fight. He got knocked out, and he came back to be one of the greatest heavyweights ever. So it's like, to be great, you gotta bounce back from shit. Adversity makes you great. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, most of my adversity is outside of the ring and fucking getting fights. So like, I already have losses, but just not on my record. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You losing to the managers and
I'm
whatnot.
losing to the managers and the business of boxing. But shit, you gotta just keep getting up from all your losses. Come back stronger. Come back smarter. Come back more efficient.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were talking about how you're one of the smart. You feel like you're one of the smarter fighters in the sport of boxing. And I was watching you, Duran. I mean, Duran's a strong guy. Duran was pushing you, man, and you seem to always be thinking. You had a good pro trait of just thinking in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do you feel like mentally you're growing as a fighter?
Mentally.
Yeah.
Mentally, I feel like you know what helps me mentally. I was watching Sean Porter. He was doing an interview. He just came out of yoga class. Like, mentally, yeah, I feel like hot yoga helps me mentally. Like, shit like that, like doing stuff that, like, you stepping out of your comfort zone and you like pushing yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of times in boxing, in your mind you say you're tired and you just gotta keep pushing, and you find a second win and you're like, damn, yo, I thought I was tired. It was just all in my head. You know what I mean? So mentally, like, I just like to push myself. So that's how I get mentally stronger. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
If my trainer wants me to do 10 rounds, if I come in the gym, I want to do 10 rounds, no matter how I feel that day, because I want to know mentally I can push myself, and I can outthink anybody. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that answers your question.
No, it does. Because, like, this whole sport is mental. Everything about it is mental.
Definitely.
Especially when you get under the lights, because sometimes you be in the gym and you got guys who are great in the gym, but then they get under the lights and they suck under the lights because it's mentally.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm the opposite of that. Like, I feel like in sparring, like, I'm not as good as I am in the fights. I feel like in the fights, like, an animal just wakes up in front of me. It's like, I don't know if it's because I know my mom and my girl is in the crowd and I can't go home if I let this dude make me look bad, but something just wakes up in me. Like, I just become faster, sharper, smarter, everything. Like, it's like I turn into a fucking Super Saiyan.
Like Goku.
For real.
On some Vegeta shit. Like.
Yeah, because like my trainer right now, Chico, he always says, like, he always saying I look bad at sparring, but when I go to the fight, I always win. So
he's doing the right thing.
Yeah. And I even fight, I don't be fighting bums. To be honest, I feel like my last 4 fights were all good fighters. You know what I mean? Not the best, but like they were all good fighters.
Guys that come to win.
Guys like that, that they came to win. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Who were some of your favorite fighters like growing up? Did you have any guys that like you watch and you say, yo, that guy is someone I want to be like?
Man, I love all like, I love a lot of fighters, man. I watch everybody. Like, it always switches up, but like the main guys that I watched the most was Bernard Hopkins, Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather.
Thinking fighters, guys that think.
That think, and because like I like to fight with my left hand down, so like I like to watch guys because I know when you fight like this, you're gonna get hit with a lot of right hands, but I like to watch them to see like how they stop that, stop getting hit with right hands, like how they stop it. So I like to watch them. Like I like how Bernard, he brings, like he can fight a young dude and bring the pace to his pace. He'll make the fight his pace. Like it's all thinking and being smart in there. Like to bring somebody in there, make them fight at your, that's a strength. You're making them fight at your pace. You know what I mean?
Controlling them.
You're controlling them. Like you're doing what I want you to do. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I like guys like that. And you know how I used to like a lot, Lamont Peterson.
Lamont Peterson.
Yeah, I don't know why I used to love Lamont Peterson when I was younger. Yeah.
He was a solid fighter.
Yeah,
I like Lamont. But one guy I've been watching a lot. I don't know if you've ever watched him fight, but are you familiar with Marlon Starling, the welterweight in the '80s?
No.
Well, yeah, you should watch him, man. He's a great fighter. He fought. He knocked out. He was the first guy to beat Mark Breland.
I know Aaron Davis. He's from the Bronx.
Okay.
He beat Mark Breland too.
I think they might have fought Starling and Aaron Davis, but yeah, like that whole era, like that. I've been watching just that whole era when those guys are Aaron Davis.
You know, Too Sharp. I watched
Mark Too Sharp Johnson. Yeah.
He don't get tired, that dude. I seen him. I met him in Vegas. I was like, yo, bro, how he was in so much condition? Like he'll fight every round like it's the first round.
I don't know, man. His posture was real good. Like he didn't waste a lot of energy because sometimes when you're fighting and you get tense, you're wasting energy even though you don't know it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that helped him out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
I watch a lot of fighters. I watch everybody, man. But like those are my top three guys.
Hopkins, Ward, and Floyd.
And Floyd, yeah.
Okay.
I like Winky Wright too. He's southpaw. I really don't watch southpaw fighters like that.
No?
Nah, because I fight orthodox.
Yeah. Okay. So like, let's just say like 5 years from now, right? Like, what do you want to have been accomplished in your career, boxing wise?
What I really want, man, I want to be a unified champion. I want to go down in history as one of the best welterweights, move up to 154, win a belt. I want to do what every great fighter wants to do, man. Just be a world champion and be the best that I could. I think I'm one of the best fighters in the world, and I want to show the world that I really am. I want to. People see it in the gym. I want to do it on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to get my opportunity, man.
Bring the fights back. You could bring the fights back to Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, for sure. That's a dream of mine. I want to fight in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
For real. Like I usually come out with the Yankee pinstripe. Well, like not Yankee pinstripe. I came out one time with that, but I always come out with the Yankee uniform. But I did that every color already, so I'm gonna switch it up now.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's one of my goals: fighting Yankee Stadium, get a unified title, and I want to walk away from the sport with money. Like I want to be smart on the business side too. I don't want to be walking away telling people like, yo, I used to have this, I used to have that. I want to have it for forever and make sure my son and his kids and everybody's good and start generational wealth. You know
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing, man. That's really what the whole sport of boxing is, because there's no point in coming to the gym every day and getting punched and sparring and sweating and you got cuts and swelling just to walk away from the sport with not even two nickels rubbed together, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I want to like bring a boxing gym to my, like I want to, because in New York, like the PALs, they don't have boxing anymore. Like
they don't?
They stopped the boxing
That's horrible.
program. So I want to like bring boxing programs into the boroughs in New York in order like as many. I want to have a boxing gym for just kids, and because boxing, like I was in the PAL, Davie PAL, they got a sign like filling playgrounds, not.
I saw you post that, yeah.
Prisons, and that shit is true. Like if would have never found boxing, who knows where I would have been? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Boxing saved a lot of lives.
Boxing saved my life, to be honest.
Yeah.
My mom saved my life by forcing me to go to the boxing gym, you feel me?
Yeah.
And boxing can help a lot of kids, like sports in general. But like boxing is dying out in my city, so I want to bring it back.
That's crazy to hear, because like New York City is like, it's New York City, you know, like.
Yeah, man. The boxing gyms in New York City is charging $100 a month. One kid from the hood could afford $100 a month to box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what, $1,200 a year.
Yeah, that's $1,200 a year. Parents ain't trying to give them that.
That's too much. That's too much, man. You know, boxing, at its core, boxing is a poor man's sport anyway. Like, it's a poor man's sport. You know,
sure.
Most rich kids don't box. It's rare you get a fighter that comes from like money that does well in boxing. I mean, you see it every now and then, but it's very rare.
The thing about in New York, and it makes it like you was just boxing was just like street life. It's all about surviving. Every day, the street life, surviving, fighting in the streets to survive. So why not open up a gym or give back to kids who get what they should have to offer them $100? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But by playing into it, life's already there. The life is there for them. The mentality is there. So open it up so they can come out and use those talents in the streets, but in the ring.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. There's probably a lot of talented kids too in New York that just don't get the opportunity to box.
That's just as recent that they changed that, or it's been like that?
It's been going on for a while. Like since I've turned pro, that's when they started closing down. And I think Teddy Atlas opened up like a PAL
Cops
gym.
and Kids
Cops
gym.
and Kids, and that's like all the best kids is coming out of that gym, but that's the only gym. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like they don't really have competition because there's no other PALs. Like the PAL used to be in every borough. Like I used to train at Webster PAL, and they closed that down. Closed down all the PALs in New York. They closed one in Harlem. They closed they're still open. They just don't have boxing in it anymore. You know what I mean?
They might as well just close. If they don't have boxing. Because there's no other sport that gets like kids. There's no other sport that's gonna make a kid as disciplined and, you know, as tired and keep them off the streets like boxing. You know, basketball and those sports are great, but like you know, like when you
boxing teaches you a different type of discipline.
Yeah.
Because you think you're the shit and you want to go hang out. Like Chico, my trainer Chico, his son, he boxes now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the other day, his sister, everybody went to the beach. And I'm like, yo, what happened? You're not going to the beach? He's like, nah, I got to spar later today. And I'm like, see, that's sacrifice. In my boxing career, I had to sacrifice so much. So many times, everybody's going to have fun, going to do stuff. And I'll be like, I can't go. I gotta spar later. It's not even a fight. It's sparring, but I want to be 100% when I go to spar. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's just boxing. Teaches you like how to make sacrifices for the future. You know what I mean? I sacrifice fun today. Tomorrow I'm gonna be a Golden Glove champion, and I won the Golden Gloves in New York. You feel me? From learning that discipline. You feel me?
Yeah. How many times did you win the Golden Gloves?
I won it once, and the last time I fought, I lost in the finals.
What'd you lose to?
I lost to some kid. He's a bum. I don't know how I lost to him, but I beat like the best kids in the tournament because they had brackets.
Yeah.
So like my bracket had all the best people in it. And in the finals, I fought a bum and I lost. He don't even box anymore. He's like a firefighter.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
Yeah.
Get these guys you never.
That's why I say I took a lot of L's in life. Like that shit right there, I feel like that slowed my boxing career down too. Taking that loss to him. But it also fueled me to never take anybody lightly. Because I feel like I really won that fight, but since he gave me such a good fight and he was a bum, they gave him the fight. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because he wasn't supposed to stand a chance with me. And because he gave me a good fight, I feel like they gave him the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And amateur boxing scoring is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sometimes the amateurs like worse. Sometimes the amateurs is actually worse than the pros.
You know, amateurs like the amateurs. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I got hate for the amateurs, especially in New York. Like, they follow me on Instagram. I don't follow them back. They try to show I never got no love in amateur boxing. But now that I'm pro, they want to show me love in New York. In New York, they're the dirtiest amateur. I don't know how it is now, but when I came up, the fucking referees, they'll be drinking under the table, have a bottle under the table, not even watching the fight. They say you lost. You be like, yo, bro, what are you talking? How did I lose this fight? Like, I got.
You can't even see straight.
Yeah, I got a fight on YouTube. If you look at it, it's an amateur fight. You look at the comments, I swear to God, everybody in the comments is like, robbery. Oh my God, how did he lose this fight? Like, every single comment is a robbery. And like that used to happen to me a lot in New York. So like I still got like a little bit of hate for the amateurs in New York. That's why I don't support the amateurs in New York, because I know they pick who they want to win. Like I've had fights. After the fight, they're already recording the other guy. Before the fight is even announced, they recording him. And I'm like, bro, this is like favoritism, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get a lot of that in boxing, especially in the amateurs. I remember when Lopez won the trials and the USA Boxing Committee already had pre-picked Carlos Balderas represent America, so he had to go represent Honduras so he can be Olympian.
Yeah, boxing is. But you know, can't let that shit phase you. You gotta just, boom, take it on the chin and work harder.
And keep going, man.
Yeah.
So like, you've been in there with a lot of the top welterweights, and I wanted to ask you, like, when you went there with like a Terence Crawford, right? What's he like in there? Like, what's his best like trait in the ring?
He's just smart, man. They just smart. And when you get to that level, it's not just skill. It's more mental and using intelligence. You feel me? Like it's like I said, it's like chess. Like he gonna try to put it on you. You gotta respond the right way. You know what I mean? It's like it's a different level when you get in that level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you go, Pete, because I know you will probably want to go on. But any message to the boxing world before we end the interview?
This is my year, man. I say this all the time, and shit doesn't go as planned. But if shit goes as planned, this is my breakout year. And if this ain't my breakout year, next year will be my breakout year. And if next year I'm breaking out, because I'm not letting nobody stop me. I'm gonna come out. I'm coming for these dubs. I'm coming for these belts. And you're gonna see me on either The Zone, PBC, whatever. You're gonna hear a lot of Pistol Pete Dobson. So keep a lookout for me, man.
There you have it. Pistol Pete Dobson, thank you for talking to True School Sports, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.